face on. I think we're going live.
Okay.
Are we live? I think we're live.
Said you're live, yeah.
Hey everybody, Jon here, creator of Blinks.
Oh, and Jamie.
And Jamie, active player of Blinks. Today, first of all, welcome back to our live streams. Hey Lee, always good to see you. When you join the stream, feel free to just say hello in the comments and we'll shout you out. Today I've got a little bit of background music on because I felt like our game deserves a little soundtrack, a little excitement. If the audio comes through, awesome. If it doesn't, probably saves us for the rights. Let's see. So I want to give a couple of quick updates. First of all, our Kickstarter is live. So if you're tuning in from the Kickstarter, welcome. We're over 70%.
Yeah.
Over 70% funded. We're almost to our goal, so we're getting there. Hey Jonas, streaming from the grocery store. Pick us out something good. Hope you're wearing a mask. Yeah, so keep spreading the word. We've got some exciting reviews coming out this week, so keep your eyes tuned for that. And yeah, this is we're excited to get out some Kickstarter updates. We've had a lot of good questions in the forum. Today we're gonna play one of the new games. What were you saying yesterday? Jamie was like on the phone with friends and was saying like, I thought Blinks were cool before, but like...
I really like these new games. That's it. I think they're super fun.
I was like, oh, I should keep the camera recording at all times.
I like Puzzle 101 a lot. And Barry. But the new games are like very addictive. They're super fun.
So, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and switch to our game scene view. Cool. So, oh, that looks frozen, doesn't it?
Yep.
Let me try that again. Oh, I need to turn off the sleep function. 1 second. Oh, that's in settings. I thought I had this down to a fine art at this point.
I know, we had just gotten him to turn off the notifications.
It's one thing or the other. Here we go. Cool. Okay, my phone was on auto lock. I think this will take care of it. All right, so scene. Yeah, we're live.
All right.
Cool. Let's see, Batman scarf. Oh, awesome. Very cool. I feel like the other day I went out wearing like sriracha socks and ramen socks, like got a lot of cool comments on my style. So the game we're gonna play today is a game that was made at Global Game Jam this year with Playcrafting, and it's made by a game designer, and I love his other work. You might be familiar with an iOS game called Limelight, and it's this puzzle game, and the designer is Brett Taylor. Let's see, group therapy. There we go. The designer is Brett Taylor, and he's really a puzzle designer, and when he got his hands on Blinks, he was like, I want to try something that I wouldn't normally do, and just kind of see what I can come up with the platform. And he got really addicted to making games on Blinks and made a lot of prototypes. And so Group Therapy happens to be the one that we just like really knocked our socks off, felt like just didn't feel like any of our other games. And yeah, I'll talk more about some of the things that have come from the first prototype, but I'll start with the instructions.
Yep.
Should I read them? Do you want to split reading them?
You can read them. You can split reading them. You start.
Okay. Congrats! You're responsible for hosting a Blinks dinner party. We've taken care of the catering. We just need you to handle the Blinks. Can you keep the extroverts clustered together and the introverts separate from the group? Okay.
Right. And this is perfect. I'm an extreme introvert, and Jon is an extrovert.
Total extrovert.
Complete extrovert.
When I don't see people, I feel very drained.
And when I see people, I feel very drained. Although, I don't know. Sometimes when I'm with my friends, I'm pretty happy. So
Yeah, I think we all are.
Yeah.
No boxes here.
Yeah. I guess I'm selectively introverted. Selectively extroverted.
That's
most
reasonable.
people, I guess. Yeah.
So let's see. So the pre-setup, take a deep breath.
Yep.
Everything
Done.
is okay. So we're gonna grab some blinks and
Here it is.
interesting.
Are we doing all the blinks?
Let's go ahead and start with here's group therapy.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and start with how many of them? How about 12 to start?
Sounds good.
So that looks like
Here's the group. Oopsies. There we go.
little to the left, little to the left. Perfect. So that's group
Alright.
therapy. It's worth noting that since these games aren't published yet, they're subject to change. So there will be maybe some small tweaks, some tightening of the game. But at the moment, they're really quite well balanced. So let's see. So in group therapy, we need to keep our extroverts together and our introverts apart, away from the group.
So everyone's happy at the party.
And so it says, group therapy has no setup. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All pieces always actively playing the game. You simply need to decide when to start participating. Okay, so you can see the game loaded up. And right away, the game starts with like this kind of static. And then pops into place. And then it looks like maybe scoring.
Yep.
I'm playing the noob here. So let's see. So each round starts when blinks display a shimmery white and purple pink pattern.
Which we'll see in a minute.
So that shimmery white pink.
Right here. It's shimmering. Everyone's getting ready.
When they let's see. Then all of a sudden, boom! They reveal their personalities, and you have around 4 seconds to rearrange them.
So essentially, when you see here, the ones that are pink are extroverts. You need to cluster them together. The ones that are purple and have kind of like the hazard sign, like get away, those are the introverts, and you want to separate them. So here, I guess we'll wait for the next round and then we can do it. And it's time, so you have to cluster the extroverts and separate the introverts in the amount of time before chaos ensues. So here...
Oh, it's crazy. We gotta get those introverts to get... Okay.
And so all the ones who are unhappy turn red, because we didn't put them where they would like to be.
Success!
Oh, so
okay.
close.
So, so only one failure on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
We got this.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Success.
we got it.
Cool. So success looks like this, and they all spiral like this white celebration. And then we gotta cluster them back together. Get in there. Yes.
Good.
All right.
And the extroverts, you want them to at least be touching at least one other extrovert. They don't all have to be grouped together. But all the introverts, you want them to be separated. So essentially separate. Yeah.
Oh!
Those two poor introverts had to talk together.
This game was designed as a single-player
Actually,
game.
It's so difficult. You do it so fast. Ah, we got it.
It's got it.
Yeah.
We're pretty. What is this? This is 12. No, this isn't. This is only 11. So we're playing
Still
with
hard.
11s. Really tough.
Especially when the... Oh, I missed it.
What about the Blinks Recess giveaway? Did you already announce the winners? Yeah, we're sending emails this week. We've been going through them, and they're going to be part of our first Kickstarter update. Thanks for asking, Lee. Or thanks for asking, Jonas. I feel like you want to edit the code and make the timer 10 seconds. Good question. You totally could with a developer kit change with the timing.
Yeah, it gets challenging.
It definitely is pretty challenging.
Especially when the introverts are all in center.
But I think there's kind of this nice with like, I think it's 5 seconds right now. And it's like, we're succeeding right now pretty regularly. Do you want to try on your own?
I'll try.
Okay.
Yeah. It's tougher alone.
Yeah, Brett spent a lot of time with how much time to leave them for. And one version of the game changed time, so the duration would get faster and faster over time. There's something about this 5 seconds that feels achievable. Nice. That was you got
good,
it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Is it my turn?
Sure.
Oh, that was an easy one. Right? Yeah. Sometimes you get an easy setup. Brett wanted them to be truly random so that you don't ever really see patterns that are too similar. We're getting good at this.
Yeah, better. We're getting better.
I feel like
the beginning was rocky.
I feel like it's
It was like warming up to the party.
Oh,
that's a tough one.
Oh. Okay.
The more introverts you have, the tougher it is to have a good party, which I guess makes sense.
Nice. Party of introverts.
I guess also the way you arrange them makes it easier too. Something like this, I guess, would be a little easier than if they're clustered in a pack.
Right, except...
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, the tighter you slam them together, the tougher it is to get those introverts out. I like that on Twitter right before we started... should we try with more? Do you think we can handle it?
I don't know. Well, it depends on the arrangement.
We could also compete side by side.
Nice. That was good.
Last minute save. Last minute save. I saw Jonathan West on Twitter mention he was really excited about this game. And it's one of these games that, like, you just can't imagine with anything else. Like, it just... There's no way this would exist on anything else. And, you know, it's got this element of, like, the magnets just, like, are tuned just right to, like, make it, like... Oh, you got this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Oh, yeah.
Push them together before.
Yeah. Before they're ready, just push them in. Just throw them in the deep end.
Okay. So
right.
I'm thinking what we do is I say we put 18 blinks out here. And we do, like, try around with a lot.
Vicious.
And then the next thing I think we should do is, let's see.
Oopsies.
The next thing I think we should do is compete face, like, head to head. Yeah, in the rules for, let's see, in the rules for group therapy, and I should point out, the rules that I'm holding up here, I had a question earlier about, the blinks look so beautiful, but the rules look so crappy, they look like they were just printed out on printer paper. In fact, they were. These are just draft rules, and the rule booklets that we ship with are these really beautiful prints with bright colors and stitched binding. So let's see. Yeah. I like this. So, like, when we were playing this game at the Game Jam, Brett designed it as, like, a single-player game. And then I was at the table filming him, and I was like, there were people waiting to play, and I think, I don't know. I can't take any credit for this, but I feel like I was like, you should just hop in and play. And watching people play together was just so much fun. Oh, you can do this. Yes!
Oh,
Yeah!
That was good.
That was awesome.
That was all you. You were very... Yes, that was all you.
Two in a row.
Yeah.
All right, we got this. We got
Ernie,
this.
You're excited too.
I think... Hey, Ernie. Ernie's like, walk time?
Oh. Attention.
No.
No.
Oh. Okay, Little tougher. Little tougher. Nice. Get those extra. Oh, all but one.
Yeah.
Okay. 18's surprisingly doable with two well-coordinated people.
We forced to die. At all.
That was just like, not gonna
I
happen.
just think I gave up before it even
This-
happened.
Oh,
Yeah,
not horrible. Not horrible. Oh.
okay.
I think spreading them all out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just breaking the board a bunch and then putting them back
Whew.
together. Ah, so many introverts. Oh,
Oh,
I got
That
him.
was really rough.
That was tough.
oh man. Okay, what do you think? 9v9?
It's just. Oh,
I can't wait to have people over
Maybe
again.
more people with
and
this
like,
number.
yeah.
This number's rough with just 2 people. Ernie, you want to help us?
Whew.
I think it's too much for 2 people.
I've seen people like one strategy is like they just like once it's an introvert they like toss it aside. They're like
Yeah.
get it out of there. Doesn't matter if it's like standing upright.
It's true. Yeah, being a little bit more like rough.
Okay, 9v9. 9v9.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay.
Okay. Not bad.
I think 9 for somebody of our skill level is like
I'm not as skilled. I feel like it's. Yeah.
oh,
Throw my lap.
ooh,
I
that's really tough. Hey Ernie.
Hey, Ernie.
Should we bring up Ernie for a hello on the stream?
Probably.
All right. We'll let him do our signing off with us.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, here's
9? Okay. I also really like the act of slamming the blinks together. One of the common questions on the Kickstarter.
Yeah, I finally got it.
That's nice. One of the questions on the Kickstarter keeps coming up is like, how durable are blinks? And
You're right. Just throwing them is a lot easier. Just throwing them out.
Is that how you're winning?
Yeah. Because I think I was
Yes.
being too careful before.
Oh no way! Oh, that's not fair. I only had one extrovert, so it was
Well, that's tough,
it was
yeah.
gonna be happy no matter what, unhappy no matter what. Let's see. I got this one. No. Oh, too slow. Too slow. Hey Brian. Awesome. But yeah, I feel like group therapy is a good demonstration of just how durable blinks are. Like you can slam them together, pull them apart.
Yeah, throw them away. Suicide.
Flick flop is another good example of that. Ours are out of sync. We can hook them up together and then resync them, which I really like. I have a question for Ernie, who's a good boy.
Ernie's always
Ernie's
a good boy.
a good boy.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Oh, he's the fan favorite.
he totally is. I should probably shouldn't admit this, but I will. In the process of testing blinks, when we received our very first prototypes. Hey Karsten, thanks for joining. Awesome. Both 2 on
Yeah,
that one?
it's
Okay,
bad.
not bad. Not crazy.
Or not, yeah.
When we were testing the first prototypes of Blinks, I got like my first 6 in the mail, and I'm not sure if I left one at home in the couch or something, but I came home and Ernie had chewed on a Blink. So we've truly seen them. Oh, that was an extrovert. We've truly seen them like really take a beating, and they're just Yeah, they're still working. I don't think you can see it on the camera. The tops of mine have some like marker from my pocket. It doesn't really affect gameplay. All right, should we do like a best of? Oh, what? That happened way too fast.
Yeah. Yeah, yours got too fast. Sure.
Oh yeah, mine's ahead of yours a little bit. Okay. What? Okay. Oh, I'm a little bit ahead of you. Oh yeah, so for me to get my timing in sync with yours, we have to put them, so when they're together, they'll all sync. And then,
Yep.
all right.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, 1 Jamie, 0 John. Here we go. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Oh.
2 Jamie, 0 John.
2 Jamie, 0 John. Got it.
Yes.
No!
Ah.
That
3
one
Jamie,
was
0
super
John.
close. Okay. All right. Do I get a point for that? Do we each get one? 4-1? It makes me feel better.
Sure.
Oh, 5-2.
5-2.
Okay.
Yes.
I think that was success for me. 6-3.
6-3.
Okay, I'm feeling comeback here.
No!
I still messed one up.
We got it. 6-4.
I still did better. 6-4. 6-4. No. The goggles.
7-4.
They do nothing.
7-4.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
8-5.
Okay. 8-5. I'm staying within arm's reach. No.
9-5.
Okay. First to 10.
Yep.
Here we go. This one's worth 5.
I got it anyway. What is this? I still won.
GG.
GG.
Cool.
Okay.
Lee says, have you thought of combining other game pieces with blinks to create new games? Good question, Lee. Yes. I'm trying to think of some games that... we haven't published any games that rely on any external pieces just because we don't want to ship what people need to go out and get other stuff for. However, I've seen in our developer forum some people put miniatures on their blinks. I'm really excited for some card-based, let's see, something with Wi-Fi and a speaker. Yes. Brian, you're onto something. So we're going to start to write about this. We're publishing a piece on the future of blinks and different features that we've had in the roadmap for years now. But really want to get the community's input as well. And so there's lo-fi solutions, things that like, you know, you can incorporate different terrain or cards. But I think Brian's onto a good point that now you can introduce a single blink that maybe has the ability to talk to a smart speaker, and now all of a sudden all of your blinks have the ability to talk to a smart speaker. So we're really excited about those things. I try not to talk about them too much just because there's just so much already going on with blinks that it's but it's on the roadmap. Let's see. All the Arduino could have both of those if there's room. Yes, it totally could. Yes, totally a good point. And it's also a good time to mention that Blinks are open source, and that's why people like Brian and Lee, who's in the developer forum, can make suggestions for games, try out the different variations of the games themselves, and give feedback. Let's see. Really, only one of them would need to. Awesome, Brian. You are on the right wavelength. Let's see. So before we part for today's live stream, I just wanted to talk about the color palette and like the way the game. I don't know. Is there any like final thoughts on gameplay first? Then I can. Yeah.
No, I can't think of anything right now. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that.
I just like I mean, this is such an easy game to just kind of pick up and play. That's just like
yeah, it's kind of like Whack-A-Mole, but it's challenging.
Like a lot more challenging. Yeah. So the thing I wanted to share about the theming of this is that the initial game just used these like 3 colors, and you just had to group them together. Another version of this had, some default color palette. And Dan, our lead game designer, working with Brett, was like, it'd be really neat if these kind of had like a Lisa Frank binder and school feel to them. So like the game group therapy took on this, sort of, I don't know, like could be found in your locker in high school or something like that vibe. And these colors I just really love. Like, you wouldn't see somebody playing this game somewhere and be like, oh, are they playing Fracture?
Right, true. And I think that initially if someone was like, Jamie, choose 2 colors for this game, I would never choose these colors like off the top of my head, but it actually looks really good. And you're right, it's nice. I like the kind of pastel-y. Yeah, it's like comforting, and like you said, it does separate it from other games, like completely, just because of the saturation.
Yeah. The color palette's really unique. I think from all of these community set games, you'll notice that we are really fine-tuning. We didn't want everything to feel like system rainbow is what we call it. We don't want everything to look the same.
Right. No, this it definitely separates it for sure.
One of the last things that we added to this game is these. This is a cool.
Oh.
Illuminati. One of the things that we added at the very end was, if you notice the introverts, they animate. They kind of like get away. And I feel like it offers 2 things. One of which is it helps really break up the pink and purple.
The door.
Ernie, come here, bud.
Hey, who's that?
Ernie wanted to make sure he said goodbye. He was like, is there a package being left for us?
No. You're just someone in the hallway.
Ernie, come here, bud. We'll let Ernie say hello and goodbye. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to mention about that animation on the introverts is that it makes it a colorblind friendly game. So, I like to publish stuff about accessibility, and hey Ernie, hey bud, are you gonna sign us out? Here we go. All right, we're gonna switch over to heads. Thanks everybody for joining for today's. What do we call them? Blinks Lunch and Learn?
Yeah.
Sorry,
dude. He's happy. You're getting happier.
We'll be back on
Thursday.
We'll be back on this Thursday at 1 p.m. So join us here. If you haven't yet subscribed, subscribe down below. If you haven't backed the Kickstarter yet, do so at move38.com. You'll see a link to our Kickstarter. And that's live for another 24 days, but the discounted early birds, there's still a couple available, so get them now. And yeah, just spread the word, share it around, and join us next on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Let's see. Gosh, almost jumped at the person next to. Ernie can be quite loud.
Yeah, sorry.
Well,
I got excited.
thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you in the comment section on Kickstarter, and see you here on our YouTube stream. So until next time.
Until next time.